All right, students, back to Premiere here. This video is going to talk to you a little bit about something called keyframing. And what keyframing does is allows us to set parameters about our video that change over time. So what does that even mean? Let's take a moment. I'm gonna cut this clip and we're going to take a look at what that looks like. So here is a sample. I actually have the spherize effect on here from before, but I'm actually going to click this button that's going to disable that right now. And in terms of efficient editing, this is a very powerful thing that when you're working on a project that has lots of effects and lots of demands on your hardware, when you're not working with a particular effect and you're changing focus to a different part of the project, cut your computer a break, turn your effects off if you don't need to view them. That will make your editing experience more enjoyable and less stressful because your computer is not going to be choking on your project. So anyhow, when we have a clip selected and we're in the effects tab, we have this effects controls panel. And so any effects we drop on our clips will appear, but also by default, we have a few other things at our disposal that are here no matter what. And the first one is this motion tab. And if we open that guy up, we can see that we have the basic transformations available to us, which are position, in other words, where in the frame our footage actually is. And what that looks like is if we move this x-axis value, we can actually move our footage back and forth within our frame. I'm going to Command Z that, undo. Same with the Y direction. We can move our footage up and down. We can also scale it. We can make it bigger and smaller by clicking and dragging that scale value. And we can do the same thing with rotation, which can be very powerful when we may have filmed something vertically with our phone and we want to flip it over. So those three are the ones I want to draw your attention to. Now, here's something that's pretty interesting because you can set these values to whatever. So say I want this to be this clip to be a little smaller for some reason, and it'll stay that way throughout the whole of that clip. However, maybe I want that clip to change size over time. So say it's 100% size, and I want it to slowly shrink throughout the length of this clip. What I can do is I can click this little clock. And what that is going to do is that is going to turn on keyframing. And you might notice that in this menu over here, we got this little diamond shape thingy. And basically what that says is right now in the timeline where the playhead is, I have made note that the scale of this clip was 100% at this time. So if we move forward to the end of the clip, maybe we say, okay, so by the end of the clip, we want the scale to have dropped to 50%. So I can just type 50 in there and hit enter. And we will see that there's another keyframe that gets created over here. Now check this out. If we rewind, we can see that as time goes on, and here's my computer choking on my project here, lagging behind. If we go to the beginning of the clip and we're on top of the first keyframe, we're back at 100, and then when we skip back to the end of the clip, it's down to 50, just like we told it to. So in the earlier video, we talked about our need to sometimes render out footage so that the computer can play it back smoothly. So let's say we want to actually see what that's going to look like. So once again, we're going to put the playhead where we want. We're going to click this in point, and then we're going to bring the playhead to the end of the clip, and we are going to set an out point. And once again, that tells the computer to focus on this one area of our timeline when we tell it to render out our content.